Okay, so we've had questions about how pens work on CTP. And so I'm going to do a little experiment here with several different pens, and we're going to look at it just on the paper directly. Then we're going to put the same thing down and add ink on top to see what happens when ink goes on top of it. Then I'm going to put some ink down and we'll write on top of them and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to start out with brush tip kind of pens. This is a Pigma Micron brush tip. And it writes on it just fine. But it just kind of feels to me like it might wipe right off. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. It looks like it breaks up a little bit. This one is not really a brush tip, but it's not really a metal container with a plastic tip either. This is Derwent Graphic Line Painter. That's very nice. I didn't like that on Yupo, so there's a benefit. Okay, then the next kind of pens that we're going to do are those that have a metal container with a plastic tip. This is a Pigma Micron. And that is an 05. This is a Zig. Oh no, this is a, sorry gang. That's a Copic multiliner. Here's a Zig Millennium. So in general, they're working pretty nicely. This is a precision pen. American Crafts. Not very precise, is it? Okay. And I'll put up all what these are. And this guy is really my favorite. This is a little pen, alcohol-based. Permanent. And we better get a gray Le Pen because a gray Le Pen, different than all the other Le Pens, doesn't wipe off when you put alcohol on it. Very strange, actually. It's a wonderful thing for me. So that's a gray Marvy Le Pen. Okay. So now we're going to pour some ink on them. So this is just Ranger Dandelion. And, ooh, let's do a little rocking. My favorite pen that I like to use all the time, this Marvy Le Pen Permanent, is gone. Put a little mark here so that when I take a picture of it, we can see it. So that is one wash of alcohol. I think Marilee was asking about that. Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is I want to pour some of this dandelion. And then I'm going to write on top of the ink. I just love the way that feels on my finger. It's like glass. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And then we'll put those same pens on top and see how they do. Okay, so now we've got our little dry place with ink on it, and let's go through the same procedure. This is the Pigma Micron. Okay, definitely not happy on top of the ink. Next is India ink. This is the Faber-Castell. Oh, isn't this weird? So we're going to change how we do things. Let's try the Derwent graphic. It's got a little ball in it. Oh yeah. Very nice. Beads up a little bit. It's not quite as clear, but it's sure better than those two brush pens. Okay, the Pigma Micron. That's not gonna top. The Copic multiliner. Can't spell it. It looks like these alcohol-based ones are actually cutting through the ink and going back to the white that's there. Okay, Zig Millennium. A precision pen. That's not bad. So what is that? That's from American Crafts. I'm sure I got it at Michael's. Not bad. Let's see what happens to the Marvy. This is Marvy Le Pen Permanent. Well, it's happier on top than it was below. And then here's the Le Pen Gray. And I can feel it's like it's carving into the alcohol that's on top of there. Let's just do a, yeah, that's so weird. Ballpoint pen works really nicely. And let me try ballpoint here. And I didn't know if it was damaging or not. Now this is the color of the ink, it's blue, but it shows up kind of black on there. And let's just put a drop of ink on top of the ballpoint. So on top, ballpoint is also gone. I mean, underneath. So underneath, ballpoint is also gone. So Anna reminded me that I forgot to do the Posca pen. So here, I'll just put a little Posca here. And writing on top works fine. And then add a little bit of alcohol on top, and it doesn't seem to bother it very much. If you let it dry a little bit more, it's better. Here, I did it already. So the Posca works pretty well, looks best on top, which is how we're used to working with it.